So today we'll talk about pranayama. What is pranayama and what is the scientific reason behind doing pranayama? So I think most of you know what is pranayama, right? So we inhale through one nostril, then exhale through another. So I think everybody knows about it. But what is not? One second. Sorry, I'm meeting everybody. So what is not very known to everybody is there is a scientific reason behind doing pranayama. So what is that reason? Is what we are going to understand today. Okay, so see, basically, let first understand how to do pranayama, the rules of pranayama, and then we'll see the scientific reason behind it. So the first rule is that if you are new to pranayama, you should not start with pranayama. So if you start with pranayama, you will lose a lot of energy. So first you have to learn how to inhale, exhale continuously. Okay, so like earlier we did, we inhaled, we did this yogic breathing, right, where we inhale by pushing our belly out and then exhaling by pushing our belly in. So you can do that practice several times. Maybe you can practice for a week. So what is that you have to focus there is when you inhale or when you exhale, the air should be continuous. The air you should not inhale like this. Not like that. There should be no break. You should inhale continuously and you should exhale continuously. Okay, that is the first thing we need to learn, and also you need to practice how to hold your breath. Don't hold your breath when you are exhaling out. That will lead to problem. Inhale, hold the breath, and then exhale, and then give maybe 1 or 2 minutes gap. You do that, okay, without doing anything. Just relax and learn this for 1 week. So once you are comfortable that you can inhale and exhale continuously without any break, then you can practice pranayama. Okay, so pranayama, the rules are very simple. You have to use only these two fingers. Okay, your thumb, and then I think this is this ring finger, right? Only these two fingers you have to use. So these two fingers you can hold it. Okay, before doing pranayama, you have to make sure you clean your body thoroughly. That is very important, especially when you do pranayama. You observe a lot of energy. Not only you inhale and exhale this thing. As I told you earlier, when you inhale, energy goes into your body. When you exhale, energy goes out of your body, right? So if you are not clean, especially if I told you here there are chakras, right? So these chakras will emit bad energy, and that will go inside your this thing. So don't do pranayama without you clean your body. You don't need to take a bath. At least you can clean your hands. You can do some cleaning, and then you can start the pranayama. The second thing is the correct time to do pranayama is in morning 4:30 to 5:30. If you cannot do that time, you can do it anytime before 6 o'clock or 6:30. That is the correct time. Similarly, in the evening, you can practice between 6 to 7. These are all the correct time. But if it is not convenient, you can practice any other time. So the first rule is that uh, when you inhale from one nostril, so you can just press your, you first start with left. Okay, so you just make sure that you press your thumb here, you inhale and then close both the thing, hold the breath, and then relieve the thumb, you exhale out. Okay, and then inhale through the same thing. So the important thing that you need to notice, as per our shastras, if you exhale from one nose, you have to inhale only from that nostril. Sorry, not nose, nostril. So if you exhale from one nostril, you have to inhale only from that nostril. When you exhale from one nostril and then inhale through another nostril, then it is going to be disastrous. So this is what our literature is saying. So you should inhale like this, and then close the thing, and then hold the breath, and then exhale out. Okay, and then since you exhaled out, you have to inhale through the same nostril. Okay, so inhale through the same nostril, hold the breath, and then again exhale. Okay, since you exhale through this nostril, again repeat this. Okay, now that is the first rule. So you have to inhale through the same nostril from where you exhale. This is the first important rule. The second important rule is there is a duration. So the duration is 132. So what is one is, if you inhale for a particular duration, you have to hold the breath for 3 times of that duration. And when you exhale, it has to be 2 times of the inhale. Okay. So for example, let's say I inhale for 5 seconds like this. Okay. So I should hold for 15 seconds and I should inhale for 10, sorry, exhale for 10 seconds. So we'll see what is the scientific reason behind this. So that is the thing. So you have to follow this ratio of 132. So when you start with a small number like 132, or 264 also will be difficult. So start with 132. But as you progress, you can go for higher number, like you can go for 396. That is, you can inhale three times. You can increase your inhaling, and then you can hold it for this thing. So you can count in your mentally. You can count like 1, 2, 3, something like that, or you can chant some. That's why we chant some mantra during pranayama. So you have to make sure that that ratio is 1:3:2. Okay, so these are all the two important rules. Now, it looks very simple, right? You inhale and exhale. So, what is the point in doing all these things? So, I used to think about it, but later when I read a lot of books, what I understood is there is a lot of scientific reason. So, the first scientific thing is, see, when we inhale, what happens? You see, our nose is here, our lung is here, right? So, they are not very close to each other. So, the air has to go inside, and it has to get filled in our lung, right? And our lung has this thing, right? It has some sponge kind of thing where the air has to go, and then the blood will absorb the oxygen, and then left out carbon dioxide will come out, right? So that's the whole thing. So all these things take some time, right? So when you breathe, very fast, right? What happens is that when you observe the air, when you breathe in and inhale the air, when you hold the air, before even the blood takes out the oxygen, the air comes out. Okay, so that is why you see there is a thing that if you are so let's take some example, right? You take tortoise as an example. It lives for 200 years. Take dog, it doesn't live more than 10 or 15 years. The reason is because the breath rate of tortoise is very, very slow. So today we'll see also about tortoise breathing. So tortoise breathe very, very slow, whereas dogs they breathe very fast. So what our literature is saying is that if your breath rate is made less, if you slow down your breath rate, then what happens is that your oxidation will come down. Okay, the rate of oxidation will come down, and your aging will come down. And because when you observe something and hold it, you are giving enough time for the lung to take out the oxygen, and then only you are exhaling. So what happens if you inhale? You are absorbing maximum oxygen, and then only you are sending out. But if you are doing a very fast breathing, then what happens? Your oxygen intake becomes less. The second is deep breathing versus shallow breathing. So what is deep breathing is, you have to inhale so that when your belly goes out, the lung is full with fill air. So what will happen? Like let's say, just theoretical, I'm saying, you inhale and then the air goes inside, right? And before even something happens, right? When you exhale out, right, it comes out. If you are doing a shallow breathing, what will happen? The same air will be just moving in and out, actually. Okay, so but if you are doing a deep breathing, then what happens? You completely empty your lung, right? So that all the air goes outside, and then you take a fresh air. Otherwise, what happens? Whatever you are breathing out, the same carbon dioxide, just comes inside. So you don't get a fresh air. So this is why, in ancient days they have decided this rule like 1:3:2. So when you inhale, you hold it for 3 times so that you give enough time for lungs to absorb the oxygen, and you exhale it 2 times so that you give enough time for the entire air to come out so that your lung gets emptied. So this is a very simple rule why that rule of 1:3:2 has been formed. Okay. Now there are other advantages of doing pranayama. So this I think I had told earlier also that see, when we breathe through left, our body gets chill. Okay, when we breathe through right, our body gets hot. So all the times, what happens? You either breathe through left or right, and it keeps changing. But when we do meditation or when we do pranayama, then what happens? You breathe through both the nostrils. And what literature says is that there is something called sukshmana nadi, from where the breath will happen. So that I think we'll see in the future class when we conduct what is it called chakra classes. So that time we'll see. So generally, when you breathe from left and right, the Sushmana Nadi doesn't get activated. When you breathe through both the nostrils, your Sushmana Nadi get activated, and that gives a lot of benefit. So that's another reason why we practice in both the nostrils. So when you do in both the nostrils, after that you can observe your breath. So before doing pranayama, check what is your this thing, and after doing pranayama, you see your both the nostrils will be breathing in the same. So your this thing shift to central, and your Sukshmana Nadi gets activated. So these are all some of the important reason. And another thing is that that there are other certain simple things that you have to follow. Before doing pranayama, you should always lift from the breath. This I told you before doing yoga or before doing pranayama, before doing any meditation, you should always have breath from the left, not from the right. Suppose if you don't have breath from the left, you have breath from the right, then you can use certain techniques that I told you earlier. One is you can push this place, right, and then you can change the breath, or you can press here and change the breath. So these techniques you can use to change the breath. So pranayama you should do only before taking breath from the left hand side, not from the right hand side. So, so what happens when you do pranayama? First benefit that you get is you learn how to do deep breathing, not shallow breathing. Because of that, what happens? Your rate of breathing comes down, and because you practice this 1 and 2 and 1 3 2, then your complete whatever you inhale, that oxygen is completely absorbed. And when you also learn the technique of completely emptying your this thing. And when you do this for several years, then what happens, without doing pranayama, you get used to this kind of breathing. Otherwise, without doing pranayama, we always have only shallow breathing, because of which we don't increase the oxygen absorption. So we waste a lot of energy. See, our energy is wasted a lot. When I say energy, I'm talking about prana. So our prana is wasted, especially for example, those people who are taking bath in the early morning 4:30. So all these people know they are wasting their energy. So for example, you go out in hot wind, hot summer, and then come into a AC room, you are wasting your energy. Because when you suddenly change your body from heat to cold, you are losing a lot of prana, because your body needs a lot of prana. See, prana is used for digestion, prana is used to maintain our body temperature. Several things are prana is used. So this is also one important reason. So when you do pranayama, your prana is maintained. That is why it is called pranayama, right? Otherwise they would have called it some breathing exercise or something. So when you do pranayama, you increase your prana. That's another important thing. Okay, so next one we'll see the next breathing technique, which is called the tortoise breathing. So this tortoise breathing is is a very simple thing. You can try it out. So what you have to do is you have to inhale and exhale. So for example, like say I inhale and then go very slowly like this. Okay, and then I hold the breath for some time, and then I again exhale, and then again I come down. Okay, so this is called tortoise breathing. So I'll just repeat again. So you just keep your chin down, inhale, slowly inhale. You have to inhale continuously, and then go and then rest at the back. Okay, do it very slowly and hold the breath there for some time. Again, you exhale and then you come down. So what happens here is when you do this inhaling and exhaling, your brain gets rich oxygen. I think in research they have proved that this is actually enriching, nourishing your brain, and this is why it is called tortoise breathing. Is if you have seen when tortoise are walking, they will be breathing like this only. So you can see like they will be doing like this. So that is why it is called tortoise breathing. So these are all the two important techniques you can learn. So in this whole month we learned about three important techniques. So I'll just summarize. One is yogic breathing. Yogic breathing is all about inhaling and exhaling with help of stomach, not with help of chest. Right? Pranayama is maintaining that ratio of 1 3 2, where you inhale from one nostril, hold the breathing, okay, hold the breath, and then for 3 times of the inhaling duration, and then you release the breath for 2 times, and then give a small pause. Immediately inhale. Don't empty your lung and then don't hold. Okay, if you do like that, you will lose oxygen level in your blood. Okay, so you should never hold your breath without air in the lung. Okay, it will damage the lung. So just relieve when you exhale, give fraction of second, again inhale immediately. Okay, you should hold only when there is a air in the lung. Okay, so that is the second one. The third one is tortoise breathing. Like I told you, put your chin down, inhale slowly, go slowly at the back, and then hold the breath for some time. Again you breathe out and come like this, and do this very very slowly. Okay, so these are all the three techniques. So what we'll do is first we will do pranayama. Okay, you try it out, but don't forcefully inhale, forcefully exhale. Okay, and don't inhale with breaks. It should be very continuous, very uniform, and hold. Don't worry about 1 3 2 in the beginning. So, beginning you should not do pranayama. Like I said, you can practice breathing exercises by inhaling, exhaling. Once you are comfortable with that, you can practice. That time you can go with simple thing like 1 3 2. So you can say Om 3 times, and then hold the breath and say Om 9 times. So don't go with 1 3. Go with 2 6 4 or 1 3 2, whichever you are comfortable. Don't go higher numbers, because then it will be very exhausting. See, if you are doing pranayama the right way, after doing pranayama you should feel very refreshed. If you are getting very tired after doing yoga or pranayama, it means like you are losing a lot of energy. Okay, so if you don't use the right way, then you will be very tired. Okay, so first we'll play Om. Again, one more thing I want to clarify: Om chanting has nothing to do with these breathing exercises, right? I think last class there are a lot of confusion. So Om chanting has nothing to do with this thing. We are just chanting Om so that because if we don't have any music, it will be difficult to breathe. So just to give that kind of environment, we are just doing Om chanting. But otherwise, no, Om chanting has nothing. Uh, in a day, I think there's a question in a day: how long a person can be in Sushma? I think you are talking about breathing through both the nostrils, right? It's very difficult, madam. It's very, very difficult to do that. If we can do that, you are the most luckiest person. And if you do like that, what do you say? How do I say that? If you do like that, your body, see, it's like you are in a meditation the whole day. It's very difficult to breathe through both the nostril. And we will see about Sukshma Nadi later. Okay. It's not very clear how this Sukshma Nadi works and all, but whatever I know, I will tell you. But to answer to your question, you can practice as much as possible. I don't know if that answers your question. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll play Om chanting. Okay, we will inhale, hold it for some time, and then exhale. Again, breathe immediately, hold it, and then okay, we'll practice this. Please make sure your hands is neat. Okay, you can practice 1 or 2 times, no, but when you really do it on daily basis, this thing. And another thing is, I think somebody was asking earlier when I did some similar session whether the ladies can do it. I think anybody can do it, because there is no this is all about maintaining prana and keeping ourselves healthy. I don't think there is any restriction that some people cannot do it. Obviously ladies should not do it during those period days, otherwise they can do anytime. Okay, so we'll start Om chanting and then we will start the breathing exercise. Okay, just make sure you, if you want, you can just go and clean your hand and come back. Okay, this hand has to be clean. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, yeah, I will give the instruction because most of you might be doing for first time. I'll give the instruction. You can follow the instruction. Okay. Yeah. First, breathe in from your left nostril. Okay. Hold your thumb and then breathe in from left nostril. Left nostril. Slowly breathe in. Hold now. Hold the breath. If you can't hold it, you can breathe out. Otherwise, hold the breath. Now exhale slowly. Stop. Hold the breath. So don't worry about timing 1 2 3. Sorry, 1 3 2. You try it with whatever you possible. Then exhale from the left nostril. Now stop. Inhale again slowly. Exhale from the right nostril. Now stop and then again inhale. Exhale. Stop. Again inhale. Hold the nostril. Now exhale from right. Now hold the breath. Then exhale from your left nostril. Stop again. Inhale. Exhale from your right nostril. Stop. Hold the breath. You can exhale from the left nostril. Hold the breath. Again exhale from the right nostril. Again inhale. Hold the exhale from the left nostril. I think we can stop. Okay. So just very, very important thing, like I told you, if you are exhaling from one nostril, you have to inhale only from that nostril, not from the other nostril. Otherwise, it will be a problem. Okay. Okay. Now let's practice this tortoise breathing. So I'll repeat again. So you put your chin down, inhale slowly, go very, very slowly. If you have any spondylitis or any problem, please don't do, because it may create a problem for you. Others can do it. Inhale slowly, go to the end, and then hold the breath. You can close your eyes when you're doing this, and then come down slowly. Exhale, come here. Okay. So don't hold the breath when you're here. Hold the breath only when you are here. Okay. We'll start. Hold your breath. Then slowly come down. Exhale. Hold your breath. Slowly exhale, come down. Hold the breath. Slowly come down. Again, inhale slowly. So hold your breath. Okay, I will stop. Uh, so you can practice at home. So do both this breathing, and these breathing are very very important, and you have to do continuously. That's the more important thing. So if you have enough time at home, you can practice both morning and evening, and it will give you a lot of benefit. So your breath rate will come down. So because of which the oxidation will be less, and you will not age faster, and because your lungs are getting emptied, and then you are observing your lungs will get nourished actually. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to share today. So if any questions you have, we can discuss. Okay, anybody has any questions?
I was hoping the tortoise breathing will be easier, but I found that more difficult to do.
Yeah, because it has a movement, and this portion will get stretched. So that's also it actually gives a lot of,
Probably.
yeah, it gives exercise also to the thyroid glands when you do this. Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah.
It comes with practice actually.
Okay.
Yeah, even I found it difficult because I was not doing this for a quite long time. So yeah, it's very easy, not very difficult. But first 1 or 2 times you will find it difficult, but after that it will become very easy, and you will feel a lot of what do you call freshness in the brain actually after doing this.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Okay. So if there's no question, I think we'll meet again in June. So I will come back with some new agenda for June, and yeah. So if you have any suggestions, I think you can just post it, and we'll plan something for June again. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.